Welcome to our daily Forex market analysis, and this is for trading on October the 13th, 2020. Just a quick disclaimer here before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. Trading is a risky business, so please be careful with your money. As usual, we'll start off by taking a look at our calendar here. So not a whole lot in terms of the news. Coming up on Tuesday here, again, no red news, but one thing that will be important here for UK here will be the employment numbers here. Employment numbers, even though these are not marked in the red, they are still very important because of the impact they tend to have, or the move they tend to make in terms of the in British pounds. So I would watch out for that, especially if you're trading in the earlier session, London session. There's also the ZEW economic sentiment numbers here. If these numbers come in close to expectations, that would be good for the euro. However, there may be some concerns that may start happening now, or start to build up because of the problems that we are seeing, or increase in the number of COVID cases in Europe. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as we go forward. But if the numbers come here in line with expectations, that would be good for Europe. We also have the CPI numbers here for the US. If these numbers come in above expectations or in line with expectations, that would be good. However, right now the central bank is not focusing that much on the CPI, but it is a number that everybody tracks. So that's something to keep in mind. Another thing to bear in mind this week, watch out for the British pound, because on Thursday, we are looking at the a reopening of the Brexit talks once again. And if they are, the longer they are far away from actually reaching an agreement, that would not be a good thing for pound. So any kind of negative comments in regards to not being able to reach an agreement could have a negative impact on the British pound. All right, so let's move on to our charts here. We'll start off with our euro dollar as usual. Stock market today had a good day. And let's take a look at our euro here. So with the euro, excuse me, not much of a move in itself. So right now this is looking neutral. It is into resistance. It hasn't broken through here, but it's just sideways at the moment. So as we can see, it's right into that support, and it's just holding here. So we need to see which direction this wants to go in. So overall, the trend is still to the upside here, as we can see. And now if we see this type of a move, we're looking for a further move up towards 1.1900. So right now, this is overall trend is bullish, but at the moment it is neutral. So neutral to slightly bullish bias for euro dollar. Looking at pound dollar here, this one's looking bullish. We see price did move further, did make progress. Now, just keep in mind, it is right into resistance. So we need to see a close above the resistance level here. So 1.3060 level. So once it passes through, we're looking for a further move to the upside. So pound dollar is looking bullish here. And again, we do have to watch out for the resistance it's into. So we have to see a move above. But next target, once it holds, would be 1.3180. So bullish bias here for pound dollar. Aussie dollar here, this one not doing so well. We see price has held below the previous support resistance level here. As we can see here, price was bullish going into it, and then it turned, it dropped from there. So we are in a similar scenario here. So bias at the moment is neutral, not much of a move because of the holiday, but overall, this is not looking super bullish at the moment. So what I would watch out here for would be 0.7235 level. If it holds below, then we're looking for a move back down. for Aussie dollar. So currently I am neutral on this, and if it holds below 0.7230, this level here, then we're looking for a bearish move, and this could turn into a bit of a head and shoulders here. So we have left shoulder here, and then head over here, the whole, and then um, we have the right shoulder, but we'll have to see. It's not quite done yet, so we'll have to wait into the resistance and see if it holds the resistance. Then I will look for a move towards 0.7100. So right now, neutral to slightly bearish bias for Aussie dollar. New Zealand dollar, this one also didn't break through the resistance here. It's into resistance. Price has struggled at this level before. A very small pin bar, which we can't really think much of. But if it holds below 0.6670, then I will look for a move back towards this. So it's trading in a bit of a range here over the last several days or a couple of weeks here. Now, the broader range is still up here. So it could go higher if it breaks through this resistance and holds here, then we're looking for a further move to the upside. So this is why right now bias is neutral, and this one again could set up into that head and shoulders situation as well. So in this case, we have left head, and then if it holds here, this could turn into a right shoulder. But right now, it's not quite set up, so we have to wait here. So right now, bias is neutral to slightly bearish for New Zealand dollar as well. Dollar CAD here, a small move to the downside here, still looking bearish at the moment. Next target here would be back into the support level, a 1.3050. The only thing to watch out for here is it's right into this support resistance level at this point. So we'll have to see a hold below. It did close below it, so we may see a continuation. So this one is more bearish than what we saw with Aussie dollar and New Zealand. They don't have as much direction, but this one's still bearish here. So target here is 1.3050. All right, let's take a look at our commodities here. We'll start off with silver. Silver, we have a completely neutral candle close for the day. Price opened and closed at exactly the same level, didn't really do much. So this here is looking neutral here. And if price holds below this 25.5 level, then we're looking for a move lower towards 24.40 and then into this 23.65. So neutral bias here for silver. Gold here, gold had a bit of a down day here. Again, this is more neutral than really bearish. We don't have a big, strong bearish candle close. So the candles like this can go in either direction. So for now, it is into resistance. It's holding. So if it continues to hold, I will look for a move lower towards 1905 and potentially 1900 here. And 1892. So 1905 and 1892 would be the two targets to the downside here. So neutral bias for gold. Oil here, oil got rejected, or the price got rejected into the resistance here. This one is still trading in a range. We've had a drop from the top, so looking for a move back down towards the bottom of the range here at 36.70. So bearish bias for oil. And again, this one could take a few days to get to the bottom, but bias is to the downside. Copper here, copper also struggling into the resistance here. We have a neutral candle close here, so bias is neutral to bearish. Next target is 2.97. The only thing to keep in mind is we need to see a hold below 3.05. If it does get through, then this one could continue higher. For now, though, it is looking bearish, so neutral to bearish. This is not, again, not a strong bearish candle close, but it does have bearishness in this. So we may see a drop. 2.97 is the target here for copper. Bitcoin here looking bullish. Today's candle close, though, is neutral. Price opened and closed at exactly the same time. So we do need to watch out here. It's right into resistance. So if it holds below 11,700, then we're likely to see a drop here. So neutral candle close. Oh, actually, sorry, this is current candle. So today's close was bullish and price did move higher, but it's into resistance at the moment. Yeah, it's into resistance coming all the way from here. So we have to watch out for this 11,700 level. If it holds below, we could see a drop, but should it go through, next target here will be 12,000. So right now this is looking neutral based on current price action. Today's candle close was bullish, but it seems to have moved ahead already. And if it doesn't go through 11,700, then basically we're looking for a drop here. So neutral bias for Bitcoin at the moment. Once it goes through here though, we will look for the next target. For now, we have to watch the 11,000 level, 11,700. All right, stock market had a very bullish day here. So in terms of the stimulus package now, so at this point, it doesn't look like anything will get passed prior to the election. So that is essentially tabled for now. But stock market still moving ahead. Now there were some positive ratings for the tech companies and so forth, which pushed Nasdaq higher. And overall, people don't want to wait, and they just want to continue on with the purchasing. So this is looking bullish here. We did see this nice bullish candle close. So bullish bias here for the stock market, and next target here is 3585. So bullish bias for S&P 500. Nasdaq here also very strong close. So Nasdaq pushed higher very strongly here. So this is looking bullish and looking for 12,450. So bullish bias for Nasdaq here as well. Dow Jones also looking bullish at the moment. In this case, again, we see price has broken through this resistance. So I will look for a bit of a pullback and then looking for the high, 29,190. So Dow Jones also looking bullish. DAX here, similar move here. We see this trend of moving higher here. Bias is bullish. Target is 13,320. FTSE as well. In this one here, we are seeing a slower pace of move higher, but it is a move higher nonetheless. So target here is 6080. So bullish bias for FTSE as well. And last but not least, we have Nikkei. Nikkei actually is sideways at the moment. It's moved away from the highs. Did have a bit of a positive move today, but right now it's looking neutral. So with this one here, what I would watch out for will be the support today. So if it holds above 23,480, then we are looking for this move higher. So overall bias right now is neutral at the moment. Like I said, if it holds below 23,480, then bias will be bullish, and we'll likely see this continue higher from here. So right now we'll have to wait and see. A neutral bias. So watch out for the support level at 23,480. So that's it for today. You guys have a wonderful trading day, and I'll be again tomorrow. Bye for now.